again, WrestleForce fans, and welcome to the Control Center. I'm social media specialist Brett Wolverton. My favorite WrestleForce event of the year is coming up fast as WrestleForce presents Forsaken live at the Spires Recreation Center in Cayce, South Carolina on Sunday, December 20th. Doors open at 4 p.m. and the action gets underway at 5. Forsaken is one of the most unpredictable nights in WrestleForce history, as the main event will feature 30 WrestleForce superstars, all fighting for the opportunity to choose their own destiny. This year, the Winner's Choice Battle Royal winner will be able to select their match at Aggression in 2016. Not only will they be able to select an opponent, but they will have the option of selecting a match type, and if they see fit, which WrestleForce championship they would like to compete for. In one night, someone could very well go from the bottom rung of the WrestleForce ladder to the main event. I'll have more on the Winner's Choice Battle Royal in just a bit. The WrestleForce Tag Team Championship will be on the line at Forsaken when the current champions Country Jack, Adam Page, and Corey Hollis defend against former champions Harlem and Lancelot Bravado, the Bravado Brothers. At Survival Games, Harlem Bravado was able to score a pinfall victory over Adam Page in the All-Star Survival Games match before being eliminated by Page's partner, Corey Hollis. Who will have the edge at Forsaken? Will the Bravados be able to reclaim the titles that they lost at Meltdown, or will Country Jack march on as champions? After a successful open challenge against the party manimal Zane Riley at Survival Games, the man known as Perfection Personified, Brady Pierce, once again opens the door to anyone looking to make a name for themselves in the second Brady Pierce Challenge. Now, while Pierce didn't have the most flattering things to say about me at Survival Games, I do have to give him credit for a big victory over Riley. Will that upward momentum continue for Pierce, or will the man stepping up to challenge him be too much for Perfection Personified to pass? Survival Games left a couple of questions to be answered, so I have made a phone call to the one man I knew would be able to shed some light on those subjects. Joining me now via phone from the Keller Cave is the WrestleForce Commissioner, Bob Keller. Commissioner Keller, welcome back to the Control Center.
Brett, thanks for having me. I know you got a lot of questions for me. The emails, the phone calls are all piling up. Let's get right into this thing. Tell me what you got.
All right. Well, my first question concerns the WrestleForce Heavyweight Championship. At Survival Games, the heavyweight champion, the Southern Savior John Schuyler, was pinned by Cedric Alexander. That victory in Survival Games has many believing that Cedric Alexander is rightfully the #1 contender for Schuyler's championship. Is that an accurate statement?
You know, it is very accurate, and I feel that Cedric is a very deserving opponent. However, it has come up, and it's come to me from John Schuyler a number of times that he wants to face new talent. He wants to face world-traveled talent. So what I have done is I've gone through the emails, I've gone through the phone numbers, and I've picked the perfect opponent for the Southern Savior John Schuyler, and that is former WWE and TNA superstar and current New Japan Tag Team Champion, Luke Doc Gallows.
Wow, that should be a tremendous match for the WrestleForce Championship. But now I have to ask, what happens to Cedric Alexander at Forsaken?
Cedric Alexander will be facing the modern classic BJ Hancock at Forsaken.
Wow, that's a tremendous match, and I'm sure Cedric Alexander and BJ Hancock would love to have a hand in that Winner's Choice Battle Royal as well.
Both members have entered the Winner's Choice Battle Royal. What they do if they win that match, that is up to them.
All right, well, we'll have more on that coming up here in just a bit. At Survival Games, prior to the main event, members of Kevin Keith Cochran's Equal Nation demonstration made it very clear that they felt referee Jared Fritz, who was the official for their match against Team Keller, was showing favoritism and cost the END a victory. They went so far as to attack Jared and nearly injured him permanently with a steel chair. Commissioner Keller, do you have an update on referee Jared Fritz?
Jared Fritz is about 90% healed, and he has assured me that he will be at Forsaken.
All right. Now, is there going to be any repercussions for the END based on that attack?
Well, I will tell you that the attack on official will not be tolerated. I will be putting down some punishment for the END in just a few weeks at Forsaken, but I have also made sure that they will be in action as they face the A-list Michael Freely and making his WrestleForce debut, Tracer X.
Wow. Tracer X is an excellent, well-rounded athlete making his way through the Carolinas. It'll be great to see him in WrestleForce and in tag team action against the END. Well, Commissioner Keller, I know you've got a lot to get to. You said you had a lot of emails and phone calls to answer, so I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you for being here in the Control Center.
Brett, thank you for having me.
All right, fans, now this all leads us to the main event of Forsaken, the 30-man Winner's Choice Battle Royal. Superstars will draw numbers 1 through 30. The superstars that draw numbers 1 and 2 will start off the Winner's Choice Rumble. Once the bell rings, another superstar will enter the Rumble at a predetermined interval by the number they selected earlier in the day. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the match. Elimination occurs when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. The last superstar standing after 29 eliminations will be declared the Winner's Choice Rumble winner and earn the right to determine the match, title, opponent they will have at Aggression. Every member of the WrestleForce roster, past or present, is invited to participate in the Rumble. As you'll see, some have even elected to compete twice in one night for this golden opportunity. At Survival Games, we learned that the first superstar entered in the Winner's Choice Rumble was the modern-day Viking Gunner. Here now with his thoughts are the modern-day Viking.
Cayce, South Carolina, December 20th, WrestleForce presents Forsaken. Winner's Choice 30-man Rumble. 30 men enter and 1 man stands tall at the end. Let me ask you all a question. Have you ever been to war? Because I have. Have you ever watched your friends fall to your left and to your right and wondered if you was going to make it home? Because I have. So what happens when you put me in a 30-man rumble? It's like putting a dog in a cage. I'll fight and fight and fight until I'm the last man standing. WrestleForce champion, whoever you are at the time, get ready, because I'm coming for you.
Fans, other superstars announced for the Winner's Choice Rumble include the Party Manimal Zane Riley, former WrestleForce Tag Team Champion Lodi. Last year's Winner's Choice winner, the Salem Sinner 6, looks to become the first star to earn back-to-back victories. The undefeated Mad Dog Josh Powers, Perfection Personified Brady Pierce, all 4 members of the Equal Nation demonstration, including Kevin Keith Cochran, who had these words.
The E&D does not apologize for what we did to Jared Fritz. December 20th, every single member of the E&D are going to enter the Winner's Choice Battle Royal. And we are going to win the Winner's Choice Battle Royal. Jared Fritz was an example. The E&D movement continues to grow, and it will start now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the WrestleForce exclusive. This one I've been waiting to announce for some time, and the thought of this man being in the Winner's Choice Rumble makes my blood run cold, because making his debut at Forsaken will be former World Championship Wrestling star Glacier. Can Glacier Cryonic kick his way to victory in the main event of Forsaken, or will he feel the wrath of 29 other stars? We'll find out on December 20th. Tickets for Forsaken are $15 for front row ringside, with all other ringside seats going for just $12. Adult general admission bleacher seating is $10, and general admission for ages 10 and under in the bleachers is just $5. If you want to secure your front row seats for Forsaken, visit Good Times Low Country Grill and Wing Shack at 1919 Airport Boulevard in Cayce, South Carolina, or the fine folks at Daniel's Fine Furniture, as front row will quickly sell out. Advance tickets can also be purchased anywhere the karaoke show with Bob Keller is being presented. So keep an eye on the Facebook page of our commissioner to see where you can get your tickets ahead of time. Don't forget that all tickets for Forsaken will go up in price by $3 at the door on December 20th. So make sure to visit our advance ticket outlets and get your seats saved today. Fans, keep an eye out for a special by-the-numbers edition of the WrestleForce Control Center coming soon. In addition to the Winner's Choice Rumble facts, I will also announce even more entries for the main event of Forsaken. Until then, for the Control Center, I'm Brett Wolverton.
Every scar will build my friend.